Higby from Amherst with the Yo-Yo Show. Welcome, please sit down and enjoy.
Hello everybody, how are ya? Good to see ya. Who wants to see some yo-yo tricks? Alright, is everybody here? Raise your hand if you're here. I just need to know. Okay, looks good. And raise your hand if you're not here. Alright, a few of you. Right. I'm John, I'm the yo-yo guy. Thank you for the intro. How many of you guys have played with the yo-yo? Raise your hand if you've ever tried one. Looks good. Now, who knows the most popular yo-yo trick of all time? Anybody? Oh, I'm getting conflicting reports. I think it's walk the dog. Let's start with that. If you see something you like, clap and cheer. It's a live show. I'm here right now. Here's walk the dog, you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Don't worry, it gets better, you guys. All right, here we go. I've got a great trick coming up. It's called the dog bite. Check this out. Dog bite, everybody. Come on, that's a good trick. The dog bite. All right, how are you? All right, back to the hand. Thank you. Here's walk the cat. Walk the cat. Goes the other way. I heard somebody say around the world. Well, here it is, you guys. And it's getting no reaction, okay? That's fine, that's fine. How about rock the baby? Have you heard of this one? Classic. Classic. All right, here's a small baby. Small baby right there. Here's the lazy baby. One kid. All right, sweet. Shoot for the moon. This is my favorite trick. If you'll notice, the yo-yo is coming directly for my face. It's so dangerous. Would you guys be impressed if I could lie down while doing this trick? Yeah. Me too. If you want to see me try, everybody say yeah. Yeah. All right, here we go. Risking my life for your entertainment. This is a terrible idea. This is my idea. All right, clap quick, everybody. Come on. Really weird to the people walking by right now. My world record for this trick, 35,521. It took me 3.5 hours. I will now attempt to beat that record. No? Alright, I'll move on. Check this out. Eiffel Tower. Eiffel Tower. That was impressive. Alright, here's spaghetti. Thank you, UFO, right there. I love the reaction out there. I'm doing it again. Here's the bow tie. Thank you, thank you. I have a few original tricks, you guys. Check this out. It's a fish. Another original trick. A flower. Awesome sound effects. Alright. Whoa. Alright, back to the hand. It's a good one. And the one-handed star. A pair of scissors. Are you impressed so far? Right. I got one more warm-up trick. It's called the skyrocket. The yo-yo spins. I'll take it off the finger, launch it up in the air, and catch it in the pocket. Do you want to see it? Yes. Come on, do you want to see it? Yes. Okay. All right, all right. Here we go. If I get it, go crazy. Woo! Alright, are there any volunteers wanting to come up? I'm looking for a cute kid to come up and be in the show. I am looking for a volunteer. Who's gonna help me? Round of applause for this young lady. Come on up. Round of applause. All right, you want to do a trick with me? I'm gonna have you stand on this giant yo-yo. Can you stand up here? Okay. Yes. And look straight ahead. Smile. Just relax. Wave at everybody. They'll wave back. Give a wave. Nice. All right. Right hand straight out. There you go. All right. Here comes a spinning yo-yo. Ready? All right. Keep it there. Good so far. Spinning plate. Other hand. Here, we'll switch. You got this. Remember that smile. Straight, yeah. Yeah, nice work. Nice and straight. Did you see it? All right. Can you take a bow for everybody? All right, you want to pop down? Round of applause! Free fries. Thank you. All right. You guys want to see more yo-yo tricks out there? All right, each time I take a yo-yo, I'm going to ring this bell. Everybody say yo. Let's try it. Yo! Come on, everybody. Yo! I know it's ridiculous. I don't get it either. Check this out. Elevator. Whoa! All right, the tricks get better, you guys. Here's a good one. Boingy, boingy. One leg. One eye. Come on, make some noise out there. Seasick. Here comes the ski lift. Watch carefully. Yo-yo is going to do a flip. 3 years of my life right there. Just keep walking. There's nothing to do here. Boomerang. Frog in a bag. Long string. the two tricks together in one. Rock the baby in the Eiffel Tower. Somebody said no. Yo. Nice. Yo. This is one of my favorites. Oh no. Not anymore. That's a dog away from the leash. Round of applause for this man. Alright, I think I know what to do. Should I keep going? Alright, I'm gonna make this work. Here we go. Not attached. Oh, right? Nobody cares. Oh, I'm okay. Here we go, behind the back. Thank you, that never works. Danger. Danger. Round of applause, everybody. All right, here we go. One more try. I'll be with catch. One more. I gotta get this. Keeps going to the same girl. One more. This is it. I need you guys to believe. I need a man here. Is there a man willing to come be in the show? An adult? You want to help me? Round of applause, everybody! Sam, everybody say, hey, Sam! Sam, welcome to the show. How you doing? Good, all right. Do you guys want to see something dangerous? Yeah. All right, Sam, we're going to do something dangerous. In my hand, I have two ordinary kitchen matches. Can I get a new? Can I get a? Nice. All right, stand here. Stand here and hold these two matches in your hands. Straight out in front of you. Solid, firm grip. I'm gonna light the matches with the yo-yo. If you want to see it, say yeah. Yeah! Alright, here we go. A little tight. This is a real trick, everybody. Lighting two matches with the yo-yo. Does anybody have a lighter? That'd be way easier. Alright, I can do this if I focus. Round of applause! Alright, blow them out so we're safe there, Sam. Thank you. Will you do one more? One more stunt? You want to see him do one more? Yeah! Let's do one more stunt. I need a quarter from the audience. Who has a coin? I'm looking for 25 cents. Who's got a quarter out there? Anybody? Quarter from the audience. Who's got it? There's a quarter. From our favorite volunteer. All right. I'm going to attempt to knock this quarter off of his ear. Hey, a yo-yo, everybody. Yo! You ever done this before? All right. Hands behind the back. Lean forward. place this on your left ear. Are you nervous? He's a little nervous. He's gonna let me try it. I think I see it. I think I see the coin in there. All right. You guys want to see this? Without hitting him at all. Here we go. How many of you think I can do it? How many of you don't think I can do it? How many of you don't care as long as I hit him in the head? No. All right. Perfect. I think it's in there. All right. Here we go. If I pull this off, go crazy. It's been a really nice guess. I might give you a little haircut, my friend. You want to try it on me? All right. Here he goes. He's going to try it on me. You want to see it? Yeah. Here we go. Make some noise for him. Come on. Free prize. Give it up for him one more time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, finishing the show is not one but two yo-yos at the same time. I know, right? What you're watching is 15 years of my social life. Thank you. I'm kidding, it's 20. Do you want to see more? All right, here we go. Here's the right hand. Left hand. Together. Come on, make some ride the horse. Two dogs. Elliptical trainer. On the back. Two stars. Thank you. a cool trick I'm working on.
Yeah, it's nice meeting you too.
After this, grand finale.
I'm doing okay. My name's Rob.
All right, everybody, watch the table. Okay, that was pretty good. What do you think? Should I try it again? Try it more. Without knocking the stack of ducks off the table.
Can't stop the tears from falling. Can't stop the tears from falling.
All right, you guys, it's time for my grand finale. Are you ready for my best trick? I'm going to use the giant yo-yo while wearing the world's only yo-yo powered propeller helmet. That's right. You ready? All right, my best trick. Ready? Ready? Happy Hanukkah! Thank you so much, everybody.
A big round of applause for John. On behalf of Chabad of Cape Cod and the Cape Cod Mall, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you all and thank you for participating in this year's Grand Menorah lighting ceremony. It's wonderful to see so many community friends who have joined with us to celebrate the lighting of the menorah on the beautiful festival of Hanukkah. The festival of Hanukkah, with its bright shining lights, conveys a universal message of courage and bravery in the Maccabees' fight against the obliteration of sacred traditions so many years ago. Although it led to a military victory of a few over many, the righteous over the wicked, and spiritual strength over physical prowess. What it spotlighted is the miracle of the one small jug of oil with barely enough oil to last one day that miraculously burned for 8 days. The one jug of oil is the symbol of strong conviction, the faith and dedication exemplified by the heroic band of Maccabees. Just finding one small cruse of oil began the process of lighting up the surrounding darkness within and without. The story of Hanukkah and its lights is not an ancient tale of long ago, but relates a significant message even in our own modern times. Just one small cruse of oil can dispel the darkness. We may not be facing the darkness of the Hellenistic Syrian Greeks in those days who ruthlessly defiled the Holy Temple in Jerusalem, but it may be the darkness that veils the joy of moral living, of family unity, and peaceful coexistence amongst nations. It's the insidious erosion of age-old values, creating a cloud of conflict and confusion. And amidst the bleakness, it is encouraging to know that as long as one small jug of oil, untainted and undiluted, exists, there is a brighter future ahead. There is potent energy in one, be it one jug of oil that dispels the darkness, or one individual who shines the light with goodness and kindness. The power of one is immeasurable. It's the power of right over might. I will share a story that happened on the 6th night of Hanukkah, a night just like this, when there were 6 candles burning in a room. The ambiance was soft, and you could hear the candles whispering. The first one said, "I am peace. However, nobody can keep me lit. Where is peaceful coexistence among peoples and nations? I believe I will have to go out." Its flame rapidly diminished and went out completely. The second one said, "I am blessings. I do not have the strength to remain lit. People are always complaining. They're not happy with what they have, always looking for more, and they're not grateful for the blessings they do have." When it finished talking, a soft breeze blew it out. Sadly, the third candle spoke in turn. "I am respect," he said. "So few people have respect these days, and all dignity and shame is gone. How can I remain lit?" And waiting no longer, it ceased to burn. Then the fourth flame emerged from the rim of its cup, and it said, "I am family values. So few people appreciate me and believe in me these days. I used to be the strength of mankind, the foundation of society. Now that I'm left on the back burner, unprotected, my flame is waning." And indeed, as the smoke began to rise, the flame was gone. Finally, from the 5th cup of the candelabra, a flame barely flickering lifts its head and proclaims, "I am truth. I'm so disillusioned these days. People don't pay attention to me. They try not to mention me, as many prefer not to hear me. With no purpose in sight, I can no longer burn." It followed the others and burned out. Suddenly, a young child entered the room and saw 5 candles that were not burning. "Why are you not burning? You're supposed to stay lit," the child said as he began to cry. The 6th candle popped up and said, "Don't be afraid, my child, and don't cry. While I am burning, you can successfully relight the other candles. I am hope." The Hanukkah candles represent the flame of hope that is within each and every one of us and should never go out in our lives. The miracle of Hanukkah underscores the message that as long as we keep the one flame alive, we can rekindle all the sacred traditional values that are so meaningful, so important to us for a brighter and better tomorrow. We're honored to have with us the dignitaries here tonight. First, we have with us the State Representative, Mr. Will Crocker, representative for the 2nd Barnstable District. And I must say it's the first time that we have a state rep with us here. But the truth is, he's a Cape Codder. He was a past member of the Barnstable State Council, and we're so happy that he now represents us in the state. We have with us Mr. Paul Hebert, a member of the Barnstable Town Council for Precinct 3. And we have Mr. John Flores, member of the Barnstable Town Council for Precinct 8. Precinct 1. We're so happy that you all could be here to celebrate the festival of Hanukkah together with the Jewish community. It's my pleasure and honor to introduce Mr. Will Crocker to offer his greetings on behalf of the state of Massachusetts.
Thank you very much, Rabbi, and happy Hanukkah to everyone. And my remarks will be very brief. One thing you learn is that you do not want to politics. You do not want to make people upset, and I know the Patriots game will be starting very soon, so starting now. Then I'll be even faster. Well, thank you very much for the opportunity to be able to speak. Last year, I did speak at this ceremony as a representative-elect for the 2nd Barnstable District. And to be honest with you, I had no idea what 2017 was going to bring. Now I know. 2017 has been a very eventful year with many challenges for me, for the region, and for the country as a whole. For me, the first challenge was being sworn in back in January. When I got to the State House on a very, very, very cold and windy January 3rd, I had an opportunity, because I got there early, I got an opportunity to walk into the House chamber for the very first time as a representative-elect. And one of the things that I saw was my name on the voting board. And I looked and I said to myself, how did I get here? How did the son of a janitor and the son of a nurse get to become a state representative? Ladies and gentlemen, when I go into that chamber every single time, I look at my name on that board, and I'm very thankful for the opportunity to be able to serve the people of the 2nd Barnstable. One of the other challenges was meeting my fellow state representatives, both Republicans and Democrats, and the challenge was remembering their faces and their names, all 200 of them. You learn the ropes. That's another challenge. You learn the ropes of how to function in state government, how to file bills, how to make contact with the right people to be able to move those bills along. And it's a process that I liken to the game that you may remember back a few years ago, whack-a-mole. Because every single time you think you've got it solved, every single time you think you've got it accomplished, the mole comes back up and you got to whack him again. He pops up over there and you got to whack him again. So every time you think you have it solved, you don't. I'm proud to be able to say that of the 7 bills that I have filed in this first year, or co-filed with other members of the state representatives, 2 of them so far, and 2 of them specific to the town of Barnstable, have been made it through the process of the State House of Representatives, the State Senate, have been signed by the governor, and are now law. Now, thank you, but the others, we're still working on them. They're working their way through government. I didn't file as many bills as a number of the state representatives, particularly freshman representatives, who filed maybe 20 or 30 bills, because I decided very early on, after I was elected, that I would focus on constituent issues and constituent services for the people of the second Barnstable to try and be able to meet the needs of the people in Barnstable and Yarmouth, the two towns that I do represent. As I said, this has been a challenging year, particularly politically. There has been division, there has been strife, there has been negativity everywhere. Intelligent discourse has vanished, and in its place has come name-calling, vicious attacks on character, accusations have now become convictions, and the adage of guilty until proven innocent is now becoming a norm. Now, I'm not pointing the finger of blame at anyone, but what I am saying is something I said from the beginning of my campaign back in 2016, nearly 2 years ago now. Let us not look and disagree, look at what we disagree on and walk away from the table. Let's start from yes and work our way towards agreement. Let's start at yes first instead of no. Ladies and gentlemen, as the sun sets on yet another day in this great country, and as we continue the celebration of the Festival of Light, we need to look into our souls. We need to make sure that the light of love, as the rabbi said, the light of trust and the light of God still burns in all of us. And as we celebrate this season, in whatever way we do celebrate it, I think we need to remember that it's only with love and understanding that we resolve the disagreements that we have, and we resolve and begin to talk about the problems that we have together. One person who had a tremendous impact on my life and still does is a fellow by the name of John Lennon. And he said it very succinctly when he said, all you need is love. Love is all you need. I will conclude by paraphrasing a prayer. May this Festival of Light bring blessings of health for spiritual and material wealth, and may the light of Hanukkah usher in a better world for all humankind. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Crocker, for your warm and kind words. And again, our best wishes to you for all you do for the benefit of the citizens of the state, especially now that you informed us of all the important bills you passed, and for all your efforts in upholding some of the meaningful values that were sacred to the founders of this country. I'll ask Mr. Flores, who's here, to offer his greetings on behalf of the town of Barnstable. Thank you.
Thank you, Rabbi. First, thank you for the opportunity and the invitation to help you celebrate the wonderful Festival of Lights, better known as Hanukkah. It's been a joy to watch the Yo-Yo Man first and then enjoy actually the ceremony. I think this is the time of year, the time of holiday season, the time of religious season, when we all hopefully come together and work towards, I think, a common goal of peace and love and happiness. It is that seasonal time when I think ultimately what the Hanukkah story is all about, when it really says in Hebrew, Nes Gadol Hayashov, a great miracle did happen when, in fact, the candle burned for so many more days and so many more hours than anyone ever expected. And it's in that spirit that I really say my remarks today to wish you all a wonderful season, a season of goodwill, a season of happiness. And as we move from 2017 to 2018, let's all pray together that we will have a world of peace and love and goodwill. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you to the members of the town council, Mr. Flores and Mr. Hebert, for your kind words and for everything you do on behalf of the town and for being here, which itself is a message of peace and togetherness. At this time, we will continue on with the menorah lighting ceremony. Please join us, you can rise, and we'll have the dignitaries light the shamash. Please join me with the blessings. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvosav v'tzivanu Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim lavoseinu vayamim Haim bizman hazeh. Masur Yeshua si lacha The candles are burning low. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Oh, one for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Oh, Hanukkah, Hanukkah, festival of joy, a holiday and jolly day for every girl and boy in the whirling cradle all week long. Eat the sizzling pancakes, sing heavy songs, light them tonight then, the flickering candles in a row. Retell the wonder story of God in all His glory and dance by the candles' cheering glow. Retell the wonder story of God in all His glory and dance by the candles' cheering glow. Oh, Hanukkah, Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Cradles to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. I just want to finish off with one thing. I would like to thank the Simon Cape Cod Mall. I would like to thank the Simon Cape Cod Mall under the management of Mr. Jason Hooer and Ms. Elena Reardon, who have been most supportive in this community project, so that we in Cape Cod can proudly join with thousands who will be gathering at menorah lighting ceremonies throughout the world. A special thank you to Mr. Rick Williams and his entire crew for setting up so beautifully today. A happy Hanukkah to all. Thank you for coming. Please join the festivities, the latkes and the donuts, and enjoy the Hanukkah refreshments. Happy Hanukkah.